Hey man, what's going on, man? This is Lump Dog. Week 2 Commish Message for the Pimps, Players, and Hustlers Fantasy Football League, man. Want to start off this week's Commish Message saying giving a big shout out to the Collar Poppin' Pimps for winning this week's weekly prize with the monster score of 145. And if y'all don't know, that's me. I won it. Alright, man, so let's run down the scores first. So Collar Poppin' Pimps took out Patty's Playboys 145 to 97, thanks to mainly Frank Gore. You know, thank Patty for passing him up for Steve Smith, man. Hey, you got your boy Steve Smith, and he did score you 14, so you really can't say too much, but he didn't score you 43, and that's a fucking monster game, man. So thank you for that. In other games there, we got the A team taking out unregistered sex offenders 118 to 116. Tommy squeaks out that win. You know, Duke's luck wasn't good enough for 3 more points to get him that win. So, man, Duke should really be 0-2 right now, but he was lucky enough to get that 1 point win last week. So he's 1-1, but takes the loss this week to the A team, who still remains undefeated at 2-0. Man, Monday Night Football, man. Indianapolis at Miami was a great game in the NFL, and it made a great game for our fantasy games because we had a few games come down to the wire. Ass to mouth pulls out the win against Team Britt, 134 to 130 with 27 points from Ronnie Brown. Monster game. You know, pulls out the win. The defending champ doesn't go first to worst. Ends up starting the season off 1-1. Good win against Team Britt. I'm sure Team Britt was pulling out his hair and he was pretty pissed. But you know what? I don't give a fuck, Britt, because you ain't even seem like you part of this league right now. I don't know where the fuck you are and what the hell you're doing. But, man, you need to go get on these boards and do something, okay? Get in the chat room on a Sunday. You know, mix it up a little bit, but you need to start participating a little bit. I'm calling you out. I don't know if it's because you've been in the league so long that now you're getting a little bored and stale. But if we have to, man, we might need to get some fresh blood up in here, people that are excited. And that goes for everybody. Patty, you know what I'm saying? Paul, Dan. I mean, at least you're in the chat room on Sunday, so I can't complain too much. At least you're doing something. Papa's Rat Pack, ain't heard from you since the draft. Don't even know if you're even in this league. You know, luckily I'm calling you up on Sunday, letting you know people are inactive on your fucking roster. Check your fucking lineup, old man. You ain't gonna always get that fucking warning. And I'm fucking want somebody in this league that's gonna at least check their lineup and know they have people that are inactive on their bench and putting in people that are, you know, at least playing. So set your lineup, be on the boards, get in the chat room, get some of these owners back into this league, man, because it's really getting to be a sad story of how this league's going down. It's like a lot of people just, you know, getting comfortable and cozy, you know, like they don't have to do anything anymore, you know, because it's all old and, you know, it's all the same shit. But it's not, man. Every year's a new year. You gotta remain active, man, to remain a participant in this league, because there's enough people that want to be in it that would be excited to be in it. So that's all I'm asking. Just start participating. Let me get back to the game. Sorry to go off on that rant. So ATM, like I said, gets that big win over Team Britt, 134 to 130, thanks to Ronnie Brown. The other Monday night game that made the games came down to the wire was the Juggernauts taking the loss to Any Given Sunday, 105 to 109. Adam Vinatieri holds off Dallas Clark. Even with Dallas Clark, monster game, he wasn't enough to push him over the top. Takes that 4-point loss, mainly because of Tom Brady only scoring 18 points against the Jets. But, you know, I'm sure Tom Brady's going to bounce back and have some bigger games here. I mean, he has nowhere to go but up. I mean, he can't get much worse. So, Juggernaut starting off the season 0-2, Any Given Sunday, getting off that first win. So, starting off the season 1-1 there. I'm sure he's happy about that, even with a crappy game from Romo. And tell me, man, Any Given Sunday, how are you going to get 48 points from one player, and Chris Johnson goes off, huge monster game, and then only score 109. That means the rest of your team fucking took a shit. And your 4th round pick, how are you going to get 6 points out of your 4th round pick? I mean, I understand what you're saying, and I understand, you don't have to worry about injury, and they're going to score points, but the second-rated defense in points scored is not going to be that far below the Steelers compared to where somebody else you could have got to back up. Could have got another quarterback, could have got another running back to back you up, another wide receiver, because Donnie Avery, hello. Yeah, -3. Not looking good there, AGS. Could have got a receiver in the 4th round. Probably would have done you a little bit better than the Steelers D. Because you could have probably got the Eagles D, and look what Darren's done. So that's all I got to say about that. That's dead for the rest of the year there. Any given Sunday. Well, maybe not the rest of the year, but at least in the Commish Message. So, in other games, we had Fuck You, another non-participant in this league, winning 134 over 83 over the Brewdogs. So that was I guess a game for Peyton Manning pulls out the win for him. Sac Valley players, even with Schaub on his bench with 4 touchdowns, over 300 yards passing, ends up beating Papa's Rat Pack 112-84. So good win, man. 3 teams are 2-0. That's the Colapapa Pimps, A-Team, and Fuck You. And then we have the rest of the 3 teams are 0-2. That's the Juggernauts, Patty's Playboys, and Papa's Rat Pack. And everyone else is stuck at 1-1, all 6 teams at 1-1. So no one's pulled away from the pack yet. Everyone's still in it. Still real early. I just can't believe we're going into week 3 already. So, I mean, we wait all this time for fantasy football to come, and it just flies by. I just cannot believe it's already week 3. We're coming up on week 3, and we only have 10 weeks of the regular season after this week, so it does go by quick. Remember, the trading deadline is week 10, so after that Sunday of week 10, there will be no more trades. So make sure if you have any trades, you can get them out. It's still plenty of time. Just making sure everyone does know. Making sure everyone does know that we want people to participate with a little shit talking, talk some shit to the person you're playing, talk some shit to the commish, talk some shit to whoever, but post a news story, at least get in the chat room on a Sunday. It's always fun to see Foster going off with his Tourette's in there. Just playing with you, Tom. The other thing, man, I might wanted to touch on too is, we might have had an issue this week with one team not being, playing by the rules or implied rules. We can't vote on every single rule, every little thing about this league, and that's why there's a commission. And I hope that everyone out there knows that I'm a fair, honest, and always want to try to play with a good sportsmanship type of atmosphere in this league. So if I have to rule on some things, and if you might include someone might get locked out, maybe, I don't know. But you guys have to fucking, trust in that I'm doing what's best for the league. It's nothing personal against you. It's just what's best for the league. And I have to govern the league, and you guys, I'm the commissioner, and if anyone else wants to be the commissioner, you're more than welcome. I'm not trying to impose my will or my own rules on the league. It's just not everything we have is in writing, and not every single thing that needs to be voted on. So just be aware of that, all right? That's all I wanted to say. That's done and over with. So, man, we got some good games coming up this weekend. Make sure we get your pick'ems in, man. I like to see everyone participate in that pick'ems. And I don't know who it is out there, but we can only always get 11 votes in a poll. That's the most we ever get. I don't know who it is, but there's one person, and you know who you are, that doesn't ever vote in the polls. So start voting, please. I don't know if it's Tommy who's checking it just from his phone or what it might be, but come on. 11 votes, we need to just get that one last vote in there so we can actually get all 12 people voting in on a poll when it's called for, and not just the bullshit polls that, some people post up about whatever. So, all right, man. So good luck to everyone in week 3. I look forward to Commish Message number 3, and hopefully we'll find out if some of these teams can start pulling themselves away from the pack, maybe start off 3-0. Maybe some of these 0-2 teams could get their first win and get to 1-2. So look forward to this Sunday, and see y'all on the boards and on the chat room. Lump Dog signing out, man. Peace.